Coming up in tonight's bulletin, Timbuktu Province and Toba Province of Vanuatu reached a mutual understanding to set aside the ocean space between them for conservation. 13 disability self-help projects handed over on Savo Island through national partnership. And China and Solomon Islands signed solar power deal covering 25 constituencies. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanao. Timbuktu Province of Solomon Islands and Toba Province of Vanuatu have agreed to conserve the ocean space between them, marking a historic step towards cross-border marine protection. Simon Tavake reports.
Timbuktu Province and Toba Province of Vanuatu have reached a mutual understanding to set aside the ocean space between them for conservation. This follows a recent meeting between the Premier of Timbuktu Province, Honorable Stanley Tehiahua, and the President of Toba Province, Edgar Howard, last week. The two leaders discussed their shared history, current challenges, and future cooperation. In an interview with SIBC TV, Premier Tehiahua confirmed his counterpart's approval, stressing the importance of preserving the ocean.
One of the big issue that mutual draw understanding lohem na the ocean space that mutual share lot border, especially the border between Toba and Timbuktu. One of our main discussion that mutual reach him understanding if Toba Province may allow to ocean space mutual border for conserve. So that understanding him welcome and him mutual reach him that by the ocean space between Toba and Timbuktu by mutual agree for conserving. Mainly law conservation mutual like for as conserving na di sea for no commercial fishing long him and then no more undersea mining law that for ocean space.
Premier Tehiahua added that Timbuktu Province is setting an example by taking the lead in protecting the ocean and safeguarding its biodiversity.
While you may continue for exploiting more resources, climate change impact him contribute a lot to. Man-made decision and activity him contribute to low impact blow. Yeah, you seem to mass out natural resource without realizing that when it comes to marine ecology, everything connect and depend on each other. Population him grow if you may not control measures. By me realizing that you may man na make him problem for you mislewa. So that is why the me like for so much long Solomon Island that the motu baba him going to that conservation. Not only for Timbuktu, but that conservation for regenerating by marine life, where the spillover benefit where by him outlaw that for la conserve by him spread out the whole Solomon Seas and the provinces, and then him spread out to other parts of Pacific.
In 2024, the two provinces signed the Tevau bilateral agreement in Honiara, an arrangement established to jointly manage the shared ocean space between the two countries. I'm Simon Tavake for SIBC TV.
13 disability self-help projects handed over on Savo Island through national partnership. Alex Dedamu with the details.
The National Disability Forum Solomon Islands NDFSI, in partnership with the Ministry of Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, with support from UN Women, officially handed over 13 projects for disability self-help groups in Savo Island yesterday. The ceremony was held at Mavulu community on Savo and attended by stakeholders both from the provincial and national level. Deputy Premier of Central Islands Province, Honorable Percival Vagaa, highlighted the event as a milestone and calls for working together of everyone.
Have a milestone, block at disability, block at people, block lo here, lo Savo Island. Milak putungan fala encouragement lo here, my good people, whereby me look him, this will hand over, successful handover today. Lo this will issue block at disability. Have one big achievement. Milak him for him, you're a good people, a good man, good youths, me work together with him this whole project because me look him this whole project a good project because productive sector a sector where you may run by me survive if you may work alone.
NDFSI Chief Executive Officer Kaspar Faasala stresses the hard work that was put into to make the project successful.
Welcome house, pay cement, and him no easy for doing that one, especially when Honiara and all the products are in Honiara. Time you talk about petrol and Tekemkan petrol more and sensor and Katimogo things, timber and Karimka Mosem, you rely on the canoe. So him no easy, but we managed to go through and have successfully completed 13 projects, 13 projects around Savo. This one hemi including 2 fala poultry and 11 fala pig projects.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Now, China and Solomon Islands signed a solar power deal covering 25 constituencies. The solar power project will install 5 kilowatt solar systems across the constituencies. Simon Tavake with more on this story.
25 constituencies across the Solomon Islands are set to benefit from a mini solar power project valued at over 800,000 Solomon dollars from the People's Republic of China, PRC. The initiative was formalized through a cooperation agreement signed between the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change, Disaster Management and Meteorology and the Chinese Embassy in Honiara yesterday. Under the project, each constituency will receive 5 kilowatts of solar panels. PRC Ambassador to Solomon Islands, His Excellency Kai Weming, reaffirmed China's commitment to deliver on its promises.
Today's signing ceremony is a concrete step in fulfilling a commitment made during the Prime Minister's visit and the Foreign Ministers' meeting. It shows that China delivers on its promises, turning consensus into actions and ensuring that cooperation brings real and lasting benefits to our partners. Ladies and gentlemen, China and Solomon Islands enjoy a long tradition of mutual support and friendship.
Minister of Environment, Honorable Polycarp Paya, welcomed the project. He said the initiative is in line with the government's dedication to a clean, secure and inclusive energy future.
The official handover of the phase 25 off-grid 5 kilowatts solar system to the phase 25 selected members of Parliament. This moment marks not only the transfer of solar system, but more importantly, the transfer of hope, opportunity, and resilience to our rural communities. This is not just about powering office or buildings. It is about powering your constituencies with clean, reliable energy that will support education, improve health services, strengthen livelihood, and bring community together in safety and dignity. Looking ahead, the Solomon Islands government remains firmly committed to a clean, secure, and inclusive energy future.
Installation and setup of the solar units will be carried out by Eva Exceed Solomon Islands Company Limited. General Manager Ricky Wong told SIBC TV the company is proud to be part of this national project.
This to us is still a small project compared to some of the projects we have done. And recently we have just signed a project from the UNICEF, the United Nations of International Children's Educational Fund. Yes, we are being successfully as one of their cooperating companies. And in their project, there is 55 total solars that we are going to be helping to install around 5 countries in the South Pacific. So this to us, of course, we are honored to be cooperating with both the Chinese Embassy and the Ministry of the Solomon Islands. So we are hoping to bring power and electricity that ignites the future for the whole of Solomon Islands, especially in the rural and remote islands.
Installation is expected to begin once the necessary equipment arrives later this year. SIBC TV understands that the remaining 25 constituencies will receive the share of solar units next year. Simon Tavake, SIBC TV.
Permanent Secretary of Foreign Affairs and External Trade Colin Beck said that all Pacific Island Forum leaders will attend the upcoming summit in Honiara. This assurance comes following reports that some countries might opt out of the 54th PIF leaders meeting, following Prime Minister Honourable Jeremiah Maneli's decision to postpone the partner dialogues for 2026. Beck explained regional leaders approved the proposal at the recent Pacific Island Forum Foreign Ministers meeting in Fiji.
We had an opportunity of talking, we had an opportunity of listening, and we had an opportunity of responding to countries where I would get them questions on it at foreign minister level, and we can say that we have not received any country who say that Bayakota no come. So I think it's important that you may continue to prepare, continue to ensure that you may do everything we can to make this meeting a success. I think the importance of this meeting, especially at this time, this will be an opportunity for the region not only to reset, sharpen him agenda, but most importantly to ensure that you may pull him what resources you may breathe him life into regional frameworks where you may get him, and to ensure that you may move forward, keep working together. I think you may together spirit here now. You may will continue to do that.
Now, farmers and researchers from across the region gathered at the Solomon Islands National University on Wednesday to discuss the vital role of breadfruit in Pacific food systems. The dialogue, hosted by Pacific Farmers Organization, Custom Garden Association and SINU, focused on the crop's potential to strengthen food security, improve nutrition and open up market opportunities. Andrea Mahanua reports.
Regional farmers and researchers gathered at the Solomon Islands National University, SINU, on Wednesday to discuss the importance of breadfruit in the region. Hosted by the Pacific Farmer Organizations, Custom Garden Association and SINU, the dialogue focused on the crop's potential to improve food security, enhance nutrition, and create market opportunities for Pacific communities. Speaking at the event, Executive Director of the Pacific Farmers Organizations, Kyle Stice, emphasized the importance of holding these discussions.
Why is breadfruit biodiversity important? Why is it important that we preserve and conserve this biodiversity? Because it's within all of these varieties that we have the potential to sustain our food sources, sustain culture, to have resilience in the face of climate change and other threats. I want to show you this picture. This was taken at the Breadfruit Institute on the island of Maui in Hawaii. This is the single largest collection of breadfruit cultivars across the world. There are over 300 trees planted on this site, consisting of 150 different documented varieties. And the potential from this biodiversity, we haven't even scraped the surface. Enormous potential. Medical, food, resistance to different pests, disease, tolerance to salt. This is why we conserve and preserve our genetic biodiversity.
Breadfruit holds many potential opportunities, especially in the sphere of economic growth, cultural preservation, and academic research. However, Stice notes that the fruit often goes to waste.
Breadfruit is mostly wasted. Most of the crop in season falls to the ground and rots. Breadfruit is underutilized and undervalued. And today we're here to give it some value. We're here to elevate it. And we're so thankful that we have all of you to participate with us in this. As we stand here in this university, this place of learning, I think it's worth asking this question. Why do we pursue education? Why? Why do we take time to attend talks like this? And for me, the answer is simple. Education is about inspiring people to action. My hope is that as you listen today, that you don't only learn something new, but you also feel inspired to act.
SIBC TV understands the event was supported by the European Commission, Pacific Farmer Organizations, and OACP's Secretariat. Andrea Maahanwa for SIBC TV.
And now the latest in sports with Crofton Utukana.
The Solomon Islands national under-16 team faces a must-win encounter in the final Group B match of the OFC Under-16 Championship this coming Sunday at the National Stadium. A victory against New Zealand will secure the young boys a place in the semi-finals. However, a draw or a loss would see them bow out in the competition. Head coach Henry Farodo Jr. acknowledged the tough challenge ahead but remains optimistic.
Oh, I think for us, yeah. I think it goes down to the wire, and I think for us, the key was to win this first, and then we will, look after the next game. And now that we've done that, I think for us going into the New Zealand game, we know New Zealand's strength. We know they're a good ball-playing team. For us, I think the most important thing here is working on our organisation. Getting the players to get back into, probably not 100%, but 90%. Getting back into the physicality that's going to be as well. I think there's a lot of demand on the boys, and I think the main and important thing is how can they perform. That's the main question for us, as coaching staff. How can they perform on that day? And I think for us, it's just the little details in terms of recovery, because I know my boys know what they're doing. It's just a recovery period and knowing, how we can deal with the game against New Zealand.
Coach Farodo also called on football fans and supporters to come out in full force to support the team in the final group match on coming Sunday.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think like he just mentioned before, come down to the wire, and for us, with the boys here, you've seen them play. They play some very good football. I think it'd be so good to see, the people come out in numbers, in your colours, and help these boys, go beyond, the next stage. And I think that is something that these boys deserve as well. They've been here, they're doing it now, and might as well, let's help them carry over as well.
Meanwhile, match day 5 of the tournament continues tomorrow at the Losentama Stadium with final 2 Group A matches set to determine the other semi-final contenders. Crofton Utukana, SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.